Hur är läget? This is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? So, in today's video, I'm going to be speaking in English and not in Swedish today because I found a nice little trivia quiz to do on Sweden. So I'm going to read it out and I'm going to answer the questions, and I want you to give me your score in the comment section below. How did you do? Did you beat me? I bet you did. And play along, and don't forget to like the video if you enjoy it. Should we get started then? Okay. So, number 1. Which Scandinavian capital city is less than 50 miles from Uppsala? Nice, easy one. Stockholm. The answer says Stockholm. Many people are able to work in Stockholm and live in Uppsala. The proximity of Uppsala to Stockholm Arlanda Airport also provides access to the outside world. Okay, so number 2. Swedish is an official language in which other country besides Sweden? I know the answer to this one. It's Finland. I visited Finland briefly. I went to the airport and everything on the plane to China was in Finnish first, Swedish second, English third, Chinese fourth. So everything took ages to say, but it was quite fun, linguistically at least. Answer Finland. About 6% of Finland's population are bilingual, Finnish and Swedish. Most of them live in the southwest part of Finland and on the Åland Islands, I guess. Okay, next one, number 3. What is the name of the bridge between Sweden and Denmark? I think it's called the Öresund Bridge, Öresundbron på svenska. Öresund. The Öresundsbron. Yes, that is correct. I'm doing quite well so far. I think I've been on it as well when it was first built. I went on in 2001, I think. The bridge, built in 2000, goes between Copenhagen in Denmark and Malmö in Sweden and is over 10 kilometers long. What is the name of the Swedish capital? Number 4. It's a bit easy. Stockholm. The capital of Sweden, Stockholm, is where the royal family have their residence and also where the Swedish parliament is based. It is a beautiful town built on islands on the Mälaren. This one's much harder, going from like the easiest question to the most difficult. Which dramatist is considered Sweden's greatest literary figure? I have no idea. Strindberg. Johann August Strindberg was born in Stockholm in 1849 and died in 1912. Goodness. Oh, he's 70. Strindberg wrote in many forms, but perhaps he is best known for his plays and novels. What is the name of the gulf that separates a great part of Sweden from Finland? I think I know. I think it's the Gulf of Bothnia. In English, at least, it's Bothnia with a TH. Bothnia. The Gulf of Bothnia with an N. I forgot the N. Bothnia. The Gulf of Bothnia is a body of water that leads off of the Baltic Sea. Which city is the centre of Sjuhäradsbygden? So I have no idea what Sjuhäradsbygden is. Something to do with the 7-something building. And the answer is Borås. Borås is also the centre for the textile industry. and has a basketball team where Magic Johnson made a surprising comeback in 1999. That is a surprising comeback. Okay. Next. Which institution of higher learning is the oldest in Uppsala and in all of Scandinavia? So is it just the University of Uppsala? Uppsala University. Uppsala University was founded in 1477. The buildings of the university are a prominent part of the west side of the city. Many are located near the city's main cathedral. In 2013, over 23,000 undergraduate students were enrolled there. Nice. Okay, next one. What is the name of the biggest lake in Sweden? Is the one that's quite near to the Linköping and Norrköping? Is it that one? Lake, what are they called? I don't actually know the answer to this one. Vänern. Vänern is actually the third biggest lake in Europe. It is 5,650 square kilometers. In Europe, only Ladoga and Onega in Russia are bigger. Wow. Vänern, Vänern, Vänern. If you've been to the Vänern Lake, then drop me a comment. Which of King Carl the 16th, Gustav and Queen Sylvia's children was born first? I don't know. I'll just make up a Swedish name. It's actually quite hard itself. What are some typical Swedish names? Gustav, Andreas, Victoria. I thought it might be a girl for some reason. Victoria is the eldest. She was born in 1977. She's the one that will most likely become the Queen of Sweden someday. Who is the King of Sweden at the moment? Or do you have a queen? I think you got a king. I hate royal families in general also. 11. How many countries share land borders with Sweden? Norway, Finland. I don't think Russia too. Because Norway curls over, doesn't it? I think it's just two. Yeah, two. The two countries that border Sweden are Finland and Norway. Okay, 12. Stockholm lies on the border of two Swedish landscapes. Or landscapes, old regions, which two? I don't know. I couldn't even guess, I have no idea. Oh, okay. Södermanland and Uppland. Okay, maybe I could have guessed that actually. Uppland is to the north and Södermanland is to the south. The border goes just south of Gamla stan. I've been there. Uppsala, number 13, has its own coat of arms. Which animal is featured on the coat of arms? I was thinking it would probably be like a lion, even though I'm sure lions have never lived in Scandinavia. And the answer is a lion. The coat of arms for Uppsala can be traced back to 1737. It has been modified several times. It is thought that there is a connection between the coat of arms for the city and the Swedish royal coat of arms, which also features a lion. What is the southernmost point in Scandinavia? question. What is the southernmost point in Scandinavia? Is there parts of Sweden that are further south than Denmark? It would be just past Malmö, wouldn't it? Like Skåne area. Smygehuk. Smygehuk is a fishing village and also a lighthouse. It is the southernmost point of Sweden and also of the whole Scandinavian peninsula. The other three are towns in the far south of Sweden. Interesting. Okay, this one I don't know. 15. Who became Prime Minister of Sweden in 1996? Not a clue. Göran Persson. Göran Persson, leader of the Social Democrats, is often made fun of because of his weight. He has been Prime Minister for a long time. At today's date, August 2005, this is an old quiz, he is still Prime Minister. I hope he's not now, because that's called a dictator. 16. Who was the Prime Minister who was assassinated in 1986? Wow, you guys have had someone assassinated. So American. Not a clue. I was 4 years old. Olof Palme. Olof Palme was shot and killed when walking home after viewing a movie. His killer was never found. How naughty. That's terrible. 17. How much coastline does Sweden have? Can I answer? A lot. It's not as much as Norway, which because of its fjords has the second largest after Canada of any country in the world. But Sweden must have a lot. Answer: 3,218 kilometers. Sweden borders not only the Gulf of Bothnia but also the Baltic Sea, Kattegat and Skagerrak. 18. What southernmost Swedish county has the same name in English as a vehicle manufacturer? It has to be Scania, doesn't it? Scania. Scania is an internationally well-known manufacturer of trucks and buses. In Swedish, the county is called Skåne. Skåne is a largely agricultural county with Malmö as its capital. I briefly visited Malmö. Number 19. Which three cities are the three biggest in population in Sweden? I think it's Stockholm, Malmö and Göteborg. Gothenburg, Göteborg is the second city, right? And Malmö is actually, I think, third. Answer: Stockholm, Gothenburg and Malmö. Stockholm, the capital of Sweden, is the biggest with about 1 million people. Gothenburg is second with 500,000 and Malmö is third with 250,000. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. What is the Swedish world-famous furniture-making company called? IKEA was founded by a man called Ingvar Kamprad. Okay, next one. Who became king of Sweden in 1973? I don't know, but should we say Carl Gustafsson? Oh my god. Carl Gustav. He was born in 1946. He became king on the death of his grandfather. He is the constitutional head of state but has no formal powers. Okay, 22. What is Sweden's highest point? I have no idea. Kebnekaise. I've seen this word once. Kebnekaise reaches a point of 2,111 meters. Halti is found in Finland. Galdhøpiggen is found in Norway. And Ydingskov Swedish city, number 23, was founded as a base for the Navy? Oh, Kalmar, maybe. Karlskrona. Karlskrona is built on islands in the inner part of an archipelago. The old Navy base is well preserved and was recently registered as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. 24. Everybody knows what the Nobel Prize is, but what was Mr. Nobel's first name? Was it Alfred? Yes, Alfred Nobel is not only known for the Nobel Prize but also for inventing several things, including dynamite. 25. What is the name of the Swedish pop group whose lead singer is Nina Persson? I don't know Nina Persson, but it must be ABBA, surely, or something. Oh, the Cardigans. Oh, more recent, okay. Nina Persson was also in a band called A-Camp. Okay. I loved them when they were popular in the sort of 90s. 26. Which Swedish city is situated on the world's largest known iron ore area? I know this because I did a map video and found out that they're moving the entire city, like building by building, aren't they? But what's it called? It's not Kiruna, is it? Let's find out. Kiruna, oh yes. Kiruna is Sweden's largest city in area, 7,500 kilometers, square miles, excuse me. The city was founded when mining for ore began in the late 19th century. 27. What is the most practiced Christian religion in Sweden? I accidentally saw this when I was checking the quiz, so it's Lutheran, is it? Which I'd never heard of before, to be honest. Answer Lutheran. About 87% of the population of Sweden practices the Lutheran religion. 28. In which Swedish city do the highways E4 and E6 split up? Not a clue. Should we say Gothenburg? Helsingborg. Oh, close. Helsingborg is also called the Pearl of the Sound, referring to Öresund, the sound between Sweden and Denmark. Interesting. 29. While some of the moons of Saturn already have found their placeholders, the work on the representation of Saturn itself, currently in 2020 is still underway. It will be a well-known city, some 70 kilometers north of Stockholm. Which one? I don't understand the question. While some of the moons of Saturn already have found their placeholders, the work on the representation of Saturn itself is still underway. It will be in a well-known city some 70 kilometers north of Stockholm. Which one? It's not Uppsala then, is it? Yeah, it is. Uppsala is Sweden's fourth largest city. Domkyrka, Uppsala Cathedral, dominates the skyline and is the seat of the Archbishop of Uppsala, head of the Church of Sweden. Uppsala University is Sweden's oldest university and the academic home of the 18th century botanist Carl Linnaeus. 30. Which river runs through Uppsala? I do not know. Fyris. The Fyris River divides the city into a more historic western side and a more modern eastern side. The river is about 50 miles long and was formerly called Sala. Oh, Uppsala, okay. 31. How do you say what time is it in Swedish? is it? Vad är klockan? Is it? Hur mycket är klockan? Oh yes, that was my second choice, honest. Hur gammal är du? How old are you? Var kommer du ifrån? Where do you come from? Vad heter du? What's your name? Hur mycket är klockan? Okay. 32. How did the Swedish group ABBA get their name? I think it's just their first names. A, B, B, A, right? ABBA is made up by the first letters of the members' first names. Agneta, Björn, Benny and Annefrid. They won the Eurovision Song Contest in '74 with the song Waterloo, of course. 33. With which song did ABBA win? Oh, that's the next question. The '74 European Song Contest. Waterloo, maybe. Correct. Okay. 34. Who was the Swede who was the Secretary General of the United Nations from 1953 to 1961? Oh my god, you get a bonus point if you get this one right. Not a clue. Hammarskjöld. How do you even pronounce it? Dag Hammarskjöld was in the Swedish government prior to being a delegate to the UN in '52. He was killed in a plane crash when on a mission to the area which is now the Democratic Republic of the Congo. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize posthumously. 35. Which Swedish city is also called Matchtown, Tandstickstaden, and Jerusalem of Småland, referring to the strong religiousness? Småland, is it Kiruna? Or is it Östersund? Östersund. Jönköping. Oh, it's Småland, like that way then. Today there is no match industry and the city's becoming more and more secular. Yeah, so Tandstickstaden is like toothpick. So you make toothpicks there, I guess. 36. The Nobel Prize is a well-known Swedish phenomenon. But what invention was the basis for Alfred Nobel's wealth and thus also the prize? Was it dynamite? Dynamite. Alfred Nobel invented dynamite in 1866. This then replaced previously used pure nitroglycerine in rock blasting, as it was far less volatile. 37. Which of the members of ABBA was actually not Swedish? Imposter. I don't know, I just assumed they all were. Is Björn? Maybe Björn is Norwegian or something. Frida. Oh, yeah, she is Norwegian. Frida or Annefrid, as her full name is, was actually born in Norway. Cheat. 38. Which, oh, I know the answer without even reading. Which Swedish football player went from Ajax to Juventus in 2004? And, oh no, and is now getting his major breakthrough in Juventus and the Swedish national team. So this is quite old. I'm assuming it's Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He played for Ajax. Did he play for Juve? No, I don't think he did. He played for Inter and AC Milan and Barcelona. But if it wasn't him, who was it? Swedish players that have played for Juventus. Did he play for them? It is Zlatan. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, known for his incredible technique and self-confident attitude, is rapidly becoming one of the world's greatest players. This is a little bit old, isn't it? Okay, 39. What is the name of the bridge bridge system that joins Denmark and Sweden is the Öresund link. It was completed in 1999. Consists of a tunnel and an artificial island. The link is just over 16 kilometers in length. And last question, number 40. So easy. What is the colour of the cross on the Swedish flag? The cross itself is yellow and it's on a light blue background. Yellow. The Swedish flag is the same in the pattern as the other Scandinavian countries such as Finland and Denmark. Finnish people aren't Scandinavian, but okay. And Sweden's colours is a dark blue background. I thought it was light blue. With a yellow cross, with the meeting place of the two lines more to the left of the flag. I have it just here, let's check. I think there's a light blue to me. But yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, cool. I hope you liked the video. How well did you do? How many did you get? I did, okay, I think I got maybe 50-60%. Did you beat me? You must have, surely. Did you get the really hard ones? Anyway, if you enjoyed the video and you're still awake, then click like, and drop a comment for me. But otherwise, vi ses, see you soon, and tack så mycket för ditt stöd. Thank you so much for your support.